Oh yeah, yeah. The breeze but the mind, pressure on the beats. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Oh, one time stand not say. Bamboo chick not the rock but take it bang. Oh, taking beats and talking jump. We all the family, make we follow the plan of peace, love, and harmony. All we need now for living unity. Forgive and forget, let we not go regret. You think they wake it happy anytime we fret. Boss knocking bando begin. Always do your best, not for hot you can be. Ring, are you ready for the ring? Make you call, let we talk, real talk. Oh yeah, hello. I can't think down, make we talk, real talk. Oh nah. I make you think down, let we talk, some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah. Vanity, all not vanity, but that's gonna go stop pulling down and keep plenty. The other one, properly body, waiting catch the other one for the talk. Now it's a be. If you not like your reality, change your mentality. No forcing and fighting security. All you never tight, or keep up out of sight. In your darkest night, now ain't gonna be your light. Real talk. Oh yeah, hello. I can't think down, make you talk. Real talk. Oh nah. I make you think down, let me talk. Some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah. I'll follow. Hello, the family there. And someone day, Nakaba, share. This Naria talk will come to you from the Lyrikal Priest broadcast with Sonne Multimedia technology, the power, the pusher, the game energy for making it you. Same way, so the Lyrikal Priest Foundation join now with initiative for bringing come to you. Real talk, the creator forum for open and honest conversation. Everything Sierra Leonean. I mean, for some people, they may every day, at home, abroad, I mean, Europe, America, all over the world. Basically, with the share real life principles, we get the potential, we get the power, we get the strength to make we country be the one way we desire for be. Like we don't talk mostly, the change therefore starts with we as individuals. And for you, we don't follow me for quite some time now. Would encourage you for join the conversation, send in some questions if you don't follow, we're gonna share a lot of things you don't understand, ask some questions, send your comments. Also, we encourage you for also not only like but also share the page because we want to build a community we will be the springboard for see this change we all they talk about. As we can always say, salon are just the landscape, the country is the landscape. The one then when they bring the change, the desired change, now we the people. So if we not change, the country will ever change. And the change starts with the mind. So of course, a very easy for make we all engage in things where they provoke with thoughts. You understand? About things where they cover for think, it takes extra discipline, it takes extra energy for get involved in any kind of conversation in the we take the bold step for bring this come to we. We not say it for be a very long process, a very daunting task. But the journey starts and we don't ever give up. So basically, we don't say the way how we dey think, that in they make we behave the way how we dey behave. And the way how they behave, good or bad, right or wrong, it dey become with attitude, it dey become with habits. And with habits, now in dey be with character. And this past week, and of course, maybe you said don't get any experience with it, I got a lot of conversation with people with one thing they always show up: Solomon attitude. You give somebody work for do, and then they ever complete the job. Once you give them that initial payment, whatever, if you get okay, no, now let's say when I agree, say you do this job for 2 millions or 20 millions, yeah, using the new money, 20 millions, we go be 20,000 millions, for example. There's no kinetic. I dey give 10 millions now, let you start the job. When you finish the job, I give the balance 10 millions. I tell you what, if they start the job with that 10 millions there, no, if they start the job, once you get that 10 millions, where it goes, so man, boom, you know they ever see her again. If they go other side, we'll take half money other side for do some other job. That's the attitude. You know what to do? It's the way we think. Then we go off for the compare ourselves with other nations. Then look, we don't talk up over and over and over, and we continue for talk up. If we not change the way how we think, nothing will ever change. Our personal lives, our family, our communities, and our society as a whole, the nation. So the change therefore starts with we as an individual. It starts with me when they talk to you. Okay? I mean, if you don't fall away for some time now, I mean, we don't talk over and over. The change starts with us. Today, we want to talk about motives. We'll start again, talk about the principles of self-government. Now, life not so magic. Now thing they come together for make life be what it is in the peaceful. Europe, Germany, Germany, Holland, England, you call them Spain, Italy. They're not just happen like that. No. The Middle East, Qatar, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, they're not just happen like that. If you go back and check some of them countries that I don't mention, they were like us many years ago. They've been taken away. In fact, First World War, Second World War, the industrialization of the world. See how people can go through process. Go online, search for those photos. If you know they read, if you don't get time for read, you go see say 1910, 1920, 1930, 1940, 1950, tell me council, these people in place don't evolve. That means that it don't change. The way how we been there 1910. So it did now. You know what to do? Because of the way how they think. Look, let me left. Especially when it comes to some people, well, politicians to be specific, they can therefore use the word progressive. We can use these words. We're not. I wonder if we really know what we mean, or we just use them for those tickle people in the ears and use them. When you talk about progressive, you foresee change. You foresee say now forward movements. But 1961 to now, what's not change? And let's now we all collective responsibility. Now we collective responsibility. So what he make Europe, America, Middle East from all those years, for example, I make mention from 1910, for example, the First World War, Second World War. Of course, we don't get we fair share of issues, but I don't think say Salon, because we're talking about Sierra Leone, don't ever experience what in Japan experienced in Hiroshima. Where I think the United States dropped the Hiroshima bomb. the effect of that bomb day, it affects even picking. They will not be even the around them. That means when picking bomb, the atmosphere, the whatever of the bomb in the atmosphere in the air, it may still affect picking them for a very, very long time. Picking them will not ever exist when they born there. The man will be deformed, they must get some form of deformity because of that Hiroshima bomb. But look, Japan now the world's leading when it comes to technology and automobile for fixed cars, manufacture cars. That's Japan. And the country so far, most when it comes to that thing. But we, of course, we want to go thing. 11 years of rebel war is a very, very terrible thing. But we always refer to the war. Oh, let's not forget about the war. Up to now, people don't move away from Corona. We're still there at the Corona. Like, oh, jeez. We always look for an excuse for laziness. We always look for an excuse for bio research. When will they stop that thing in it? When are we going to stop? You listen to the way how we think. I don't talk also before. Look, it's easy for blame government, blame politicians, but they will blame ourselves. They will blame ourselves. I remember during Pakaba, the Pakaba in term, I believe when I do Pakaba in term, when they begin to fix them all them. They begin put reflectors at the streets, middle of the road. I mean, of course, at the road, and society where they bridge, they put a reflector at the side of the bridge. The reflector in walk when it's come, when people they drive down, there's a vehicle they pass. When the headlights penetrates, the reflector they make you know say, you're not for car, you're not for car, you're not for car. It help for guides you when they drive down it. So what happen? People begin to farm. What happen to farm? Not to be the government. Now ordinary salon people them. So not to ordinary government. Now ordinary salon people them. Because the way how they think. They in them when the government puts them in there. We begin pull and they go make pots, they go make iron cold stove and cold pot, all that kind of thing in there. Now we begin pull out. Not to government do that one day. So now we your problem. And until we address nothing will change. So the question now, we get for love for government. We say, the way they are now at the country, at least free to media. I mean, govern, yeah. You know, I mean, I just hope we can, I just hope we really understand what's okay to talk. Yeah, I mean, govern. More so the five holes then. I mean, govern. Yeah. What you see me for governor, you they in charge. Now, you get for self-govern. You get for the in charge of yourselves. If you can't govern yourself, you can't govern anywhere. We talk about self-governance, that's what I'm talking about. You get for now for the in charge of yourself. And the first thing we'll talk about now, in charge of your emotions. You get for the in charge of your emotions. Why make you they do what you they do? Be you a politician, in the corporate world, in the civil service, in the private sector, you're an ordinary business person, you're a pupil, you're a student. If you really idle self, you don't get really from Bible body. The question to you is, why make you they do what you they do? What thing they motivate you? What thing they push you for make you do what you do? You when they into politics, what thing they push you? You so out forget power. You so out for become parliamentarian. You so out for become councillor. You so out you want to be presidential flag bearer. Why? What thing they push you? What thing they push you? What are your motive? You so out you want to be the best telecommunication company in the country. What thing they push you? Why you want to be that? You want to be the banker, the accountant. Why you so hot for being an accountant? Why? What thing they push you? Why you so hot for becoming a lawyer? Why? What thing they push you for being this businesswoman? Motives. Motive are the reason we make you do what you do. That's where it starts. If I get for govern myself, I have for check the motive. Look, the people them, if we don't get that one day right, every other thing they be wrong. You know, then kind thing so nine will not collect for you. We look for your eating the way the catch we use people feel good. You know, I'm not gonna make some comments there, but we rather sit down and enjoy things we when they add any value to it whatsoever. Intellectually, and then they add value to it. Emotionally, and then they add value to it. Socially, and then they add value. Nothing, no value, and then they add to it. But we go sit down, we go enjoy it hours on ending, hours on ending. We dey go no more. We dey waste your life. We feel say we dey waste time. Listen, you know they ever waste time, and your life you dey waste. By the time you done all that thing again, I mean, no value. You go sit down, you watch all the series movie there. You watch all the series movie there. You go take hours on ending. But you can never take 10 minutes for sit down and think. Think the way they make your mind ignite for positive energy. You don't get that same day. You go kind of social media, you go check all the pages that we get Kalo, you go comment, and you go laugh. Once in a Kalo, you go laugh. When they ask one serious question, when they cause you for think, you're not able. You see how they punish the nation. I want to talk something. You see how they punish the nation. It's like a candles, right? Let me see all like candlesticks. If we all choose for light with candles in the darkness of this country, when I say darkness, I mean in terms of business, in terms of governance, if we choose for lights with candles, the place will become bright. Imagine saying in a dark room, also 10 people in a dark room, all man get matches and candle, but nobody not for lights and candle. You know what to do? Nobody not stop them. They get the matches, they get the candle, they get the strength, they get the wherewithal, they even know so they're supposed to do it. But they're not going to light that candle day, probably because there are things that they benefit when they put the stack. You see, one big man, don't believe that this world will die. You see, men love darkness more than light because their ways are evil. That's why I make people not like two, because their ways are evil. That's why when you come with that kind of talk here, so people not will pay attention. Because we know for this is generally unique to Sierra Leoneans only. But since we talk about Sierra Leone, that's why we talk about specifically Sierra Leone. But generally, Mortimer no wants anything where the cause out for being work hard mentally for bring positive energy. Worse to in the African settings. I don't just forget. So man, if you get way, if you get in your way, and no one do nothing again, it doesn't for no more they bribe body. If you follow real talk last week, the communities who signed me, I talked to two young men there. The one na welder. If you just go back to last week, you go see the video. I was so impressed by this guy, how he converts 10 tire to 12 tire to 6 tire. I mean, it's good. You use your energy, use your brain. But again, why you didn't do what you did do? The motive. So man, in for dupe. So you do mago for join politics because you have for dupe people. You dey mago for do this business because you think say you have for dupe people. And by the way, you when they do business, when they bring things, then when they destroy people, their life, then so your motive not to business. Your motive now for exploit people. Then that's your motive. Because if you mean well for this nation, believe you me, you're not going to bring drugs, cancer, they can't sell even the way they destroy their lives. You see, you call them business. And so you call it business. But this so-called business, you very well know say, it destroy people their lives. For every brainwave damage, it affects Sierra Leone. So what's like your motive for that business day? Just want excess profits. For you, anything when they give you boku money, how you dey do? You don't know whether it die, I mean whether it kill, whether it destroy. You don't have motives. Why do you do what you do? If you just join me, you listen to it, you watch Real Talk when it comes to you on Lyrikal broadcast with Sonne Multimedia Technology, the power, and the Lyrikal Foundation joining with initiative for bringing come to you. We talk to you, my name is Jonathan Thorpe, of course, you see him on the screen. Today we'll talk about principles of self-government, and we're talking about motives. These things, and they bring about the change we design our nation. You will then at the border, you're an immigration person, you're an NIA person, you're whatever. You're a civil servant working at the border, at the land, at the air, I mean the airports now, and all we land borders them and sea ports them. You very well know say people they bring illegal content into the nation. My question to you, why do they allow those things to enter the country? Even though you know say it destroy lives. Motives. So if you can't go for yourself that way, it affects the country. You in the maritime, whatever. I mean, we don't know ourselves. Every day or every now and then, we hear about then Tola, the way the canal see, they take we if you say there's a mineral resource, okay, I call it marine resource of I don't call it a marine resource that one day. Then say the fish organ with water alone, it do for take care of food in this country. But we didn't see them. Waiting do. Waiting do. Why make you for allow illegal fishing on the shores of this nation? Why you for do am? What's that your motive? And you know say what you do wrong, but you still do am. Motive. Why you do what you do? Of course, we will talk about the governance aspect of this motive thing here. So people that come with investments or can do things so they benefit the people of this nation. No, once you hit at somebody in desk, you want you want it past the possible they can for can you know even start investment it. You want it all the money way it gets. What's that your motive? And by the way, hey yeah, people know the land, eh? We they see, we they see, but we not they see. We they hear, but we not they hear. This country is blessed. Sierra Leone is blessed. Believe you me. Anybody we say that this country a money it was for gentry himself, it they make the greatest mistake in their life. Go to me any side, can go any side. I mean, Jonathan Thorpe, they can call me JT, somebody can call me the Lyrikal priest. Anybody we say at this country a money it want for use for build holes in the sky. Look, just check the history. Let's see how they can end. You know why? This country is blessed. Unaboku. Let's say 7 million. Unaboku. Lagos alone, Lagos population, a past one Sierra Leone. Lagos, the city Lagos and Nigeria, the population, a past one Sierra Leone. But why would they look at this? Because we all, I must say, coconut eat. Until we change them, nothing will work. So, my encouragement to we all, let me check with motives. Why will they do what they do? Look, I thought, okay, I was involved in a ceremony over the weekend, and in the process, I make one comment. I said that this country, people them believe in God. I mean, generally, you talk to some man, you just say, I believe in God. Whether I'm Christian, whether I'm Muslim, and believe in God. That God when you claim say you believe in, you not think say if you do the right thing, that God they bless you. You don't need for do anything illegal. But see, but again, I talked last week, say, I know they talk, I'm saying, life not a process. Life not a process. As we go through these principles of self-government, you therefore realize say some other things and therefore they come into play. Because once you get to the point where you're able for take care of yourself in terms of what we talk about this principle of self-governance, you realize say a lot of things about you they change. A lot of things about you they change. Yeah. We they carry round up. Before we round up, I want us go for a short break. Then when we come back, we will continue a roundup. Remember, say you watch Real Talk on the Lyrikal broadcast with Sonne Multimedia Technology, the power, the push and come to we, and same so initiative and the Lyrikal Foundation join up and we come to we. Now we'll take the short break and I'll be right back. God bless you. Oh yeah, yeah. The breeze spent the night, treasure find the beats. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Oh, one time stand not say. Mambo chick not the rock but take it bang. Oh, take it beat and talk it jump. We all the family, me will follow the plan of peace, love, and harmony. All we need not for living unity. Forgive and forget, let we not go regret. You think they wake it happy anytime we fret. Boss knocking bando begin. Always do your best, not for hot chicken bean. Ring, are you ready for the ring? Make you call, let we talk, real talk. Oh yeah, hello. I can't think out, make we talk, real talk. Oh nah. I make you think out, let we talk, some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah. Vanity of vanity, all not vanity, but that's going to stop pulling down and get plenty. The other one, properly body. Waiting catch the other one from the talk. Now it's a beat. If you not like your reality, change your mentality. No forcing and fighting security. All you never tight, but keep them out of sight. In your darkest night, now ain't gonna be your light. Real talk. Oh yeah. Hello. I can't think out. Make no talk. Real talk. Oh nah. I make you think out. Let me talk. Some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah. I'll follow. Yes, welcome back to Real Talk when it comes to you from the Lyrikal broadcast. And this now, yes, initiative and Lyrikal Foundation join up and we come to we. Same way so now Sonne Multimedia Technology and empower. As we talk about this whole thing about self-government, we encourage you for be a part of the conversation. Some of you didn't follow me for some time. What for the bring you come on board on this conversation? So how will you get? Yeah. So if you get online anytime you want for through you as I say you 2 cents, 1 or 2 words in what they say. We go extend them to you. Just make we know. Just send a message inbox. Then we'll try to get you on board. So instead we'll give you contribution because this thing is so. Now we all get for talk this podcast so to all put your ideas together to see how this thing will spread. Because at the end of the day, you know somebody, we know somebody. This get for be a chain work, networking. That's what this is all about. So you don't follow me for a very long time, for the past 1 year specifically. We're going to encourage you, please, anytime you do online, just indicates you have to be a part. As long as you go out, you talk about waiting, what they talk about. Yeah, so when they call us a name, when they cost nobody, when they beef nobody, when they talk about issues where they affect your lives and the principles who they use for change life, because that's what life is all about. Life is a combination of principles. That's what we want to share. So I will talk about why make we do what they do. Your motive is very important. If we get the wrong motive, everything they wrong. Make we country the outside this. Just okay. If you follow me personally on social media, especially Facebook, you realize, say, was it yesterday? I made a post and I was angry. I was really, really angry. You know, when people they talk, they call it rhetoric. Just listen what they say. Waiting we say and do, it gets a lot for telling people them about who that we be. You can never use wrong for correct the wrong. No, they say two wrongs so they make right, and that's the fact. Two wrongs so they make right. For example, people they complain about police brutality. Yes, police brutality is wrong. That's wrong. But hear me, people. You when they complain about police brutality, why make you now they want other person you motoka? You know what's past the police? You better pass them. Again, the question is, you call for all these things to happen. Why? When you call for people there for going on streets, now why make you call people there for going on streets? What's like your motivation behind that? The way how people react, for me, it tells me your motive is wrong. I told somebody yesterday, look, we live in a democratic society. Yeah, you get right for demonstrate. That's cool. That's your right. Same way, so if me choose not for demonstrate, that's my right. We talk about rights. We talk about choice. So if me choose say I don't demonstrate, I dey drive me motoka they go. Why you for can attack me and burn me motoka? Then you was past the police where you condemn. That tells me your motivation for calling for people for going on street is wrong. It's wrong. Motives. You see, Salon. If we not tell us this hard facts, this hard truth, we'll just kiss this good. I mean the future goodbye. Look, you let President be you let President be you, that your business now and me, not concern me. But look, the only way when the constitution say election, you go vote. For una when they allow, let President be you step down, like step down. When it step down, now una they step up. You don't think about that. So the question is, why you call for the president for time? Why you call for that? When it step down, una they step up. You think wrong. Now, una all they destroy this country as well. Una all that the same people that will destroy this country as well. And we don't tie with that business. Una motive they're always wrong. You take you picking them, you send them go England, America. That's don't they? They want make people picking them go and for go suffer for your selfishness. Wicked people. That's why we are where we are. They make the country so selfishness all over the place. And we don't engage with that nonsense there. Look, election next year, almost supposed to wait. You know what the president? Go vote them out. Now you right for vote them out. Before they can begin, they can make noise when people then step down. When step down, they step up. Just because of your own selfishness and oh jeez. You in an office, when you're a supervisor, you're a boss, you're whatever. You just think say you're not a lecturer back, you're not a lecturer, you're not a teacher. You just think say when you get them power than another for the abuse and misuse people them. Why do they do what you do? Why make you have to become this lecturer? So because you have for the foolishness picking they give them grades, why do they do what you do? Why? What's in they move you? What's in they move you? Oh, there's a lecturer now. But you will get a fine baby there. If you don't flash there, why for they abuse people for your selfish interest? Why? And the same people go come up in a college, come on at the city, one can whole country. When you never for take care of yourself, you never govern yourself. Self-discipline you not get. You be just studying for make you pass your exam. How you pass your exam? My college, how you pass her? How you pass your exam? You study and pass and genuinely? Or you work out what way forget your degree? They work out. You see, these things and they cause dysfunction in society. Not only in Sierra Leone, go to any Sierra Leone community out of this country, in Africa and Europe and America. At least I've been in a few. I don't mention it now, so I've been in a few, and I get friends with them all over the place. When I talk with them, they tell me the same problem. I get family with in London, with the UK, where they just go there, women they talk. They tell me say, where you go, they tell me say, hey, where you don't can also. If you are for better, you don't go before. Avoid salon community. What make we so? Go na Guinea, go na Liberia, go Nigeria, go Gambia. They go tell you the same thing. Avoid salon community. What thing you that do they do it? No, not to do they do it. That's a magic. We don't show the entertain negative energy. Look, it's about time we unlearn and unwind. Not to say time they do you for you in a religious person. Forget about that. How many fasting and prayer we don't know in this country for you in a religious person? Every year, Ramadan, people they fast, go to mosque. Ask for them church their own 21 days, 10 days, 120 days, 10 years. Nothing on the change. You know what you do? When you don't pray, you don't pray. When you don't fast 1 month, you don't keep fast Ramadan. When all that one they do, if you don't decide for change your ways, nothing on the change. Hey, God not they come up can change it for you, not they can change it for me. Now we they make up mind for change it. That's not even come with religion, police. It has nothing to do with religion. Nothing, absolutely. Let me change your ways. Some people now, look, I think it was last year. Okay, that left aside here. Why you don't know what you do? Why? Self-government. If you're not able to check yourself, if you're not able to regulate yourself, you can never regulate anybody. Nobody. So number one, you get for strive for being morally upright. Look, honesty, we were talking about honesty the last time. It pays. It pays to be honest. If you not be honest to yourself as an individual, trust me, you can never be honest to anybody in your family. You can never be honest to anybody in the community. You can never be honest to anybody in the society. That's how it rolls, bro. That's how we do. If you can lie to yourself, you can lie to anybody. You fake, you kind of thing. Some you fake till you fake. If you fake yourself, you can fake anybody. But see what they think now? Now then fakeism the day. Some people all over the world. Now some man don't embrace. You see, when you believe in a lie, that lie they become your reality, they become your truth. That's our problem. So we just feel say, especially the next generation. I took an so many times. It's all the go school, over the primary school, then turn and day in the 80s. This country lights. Hey, when they see lights, electricity, when they see an MPA, now you call it EDSA. When lights come, when they're picking it, when they lights don't come, lights don't come. When they glad in a certain that diamond we don't see. The assurance Bakuso, lights go back. Per lamp, that will be the use shade lamp, candle. Those days, most of them they born because people in the left candle they sleep, they born. But yesterday we study. We study. Some free, they shade lamp and make those them black. We just study for pass through exam then. We then tell them when they catch us in the spy, it's a shame. You know why? because it was morally wrong. It was morally wrong. Now, the immoral act of cheating, now we don't embrace. So all man now defend Jebu. What they call them Jebu, one Jebu. So when they go to school, what do they ask for? Guidelines. Guidelines, another way for ask for leakage. Man, you didn't have college, they ask for guidelines. Like, really? Hey, you come on and college with some kind of fake degree, whatever way you get some. I know they call them now. Then when you go now into the civil service, you can't perform. Because you don't use your brain for getting what you get. You don't use your brain. When you go now for go do something for bless the country, you can't deliver. You begin to short circuit. So the thing that they rotate is supposed to go, the wheels don't turn properly because now misplaced thing that we get in society. That's what now we start to. We need to go back and correct that nonsense. That's why we are talking like this. And this real talk, what talk and say, Papa God take come on this contact, this life. They will die with what talk. This once a day online, it doesn't ever come on in. But then 5, 10, 15, 20 years, some of them don't even there around on them. God knows. Somebody go bump into them. They go say, but that never they talk to. Let me guard yourself now to change your motives. Check up, bro, check up. When you fasting customs, Sam, why make you when you go for go join police that traffic? You know why you have to go join traffic. You didn't even bribe for me to put you in the traffic. Why? What's in motivate you? You are going to ask people their life and the traffic. You are going to ask their life. And then you never talk, like you call me JT, yes. Watch me face. Can't go any side. We got to stop. We got to stop. Otherwise, we will hand over Sierra Leone to the abyss, bottomless pit. And some of we know they watch anything they know. We will talk and say, and let nobody listen to we. With conscience clear, say at least we'll make our own contribution. Nobody dance men be scared no more. When come and then what I was saying them Salomon. Can see we we sabi them thing there. Anything we get for do with unseriousness. I don't they bunch. Anything we get for do with unseriousness. Can see we. Whether online or offline. And then we there. But when I say on a camp, no we sit down, no brainstorm, how for change something. We can't. Therefore, we're so foolish. Thank God sorry for we in this country. There will be the bluff saying Guinea, the country advance the people there. Really? You don't ever see country advance past the people, really? When are the people they make the country? Because in we don't mind, we're so fake. Now the way how you dress, I need the time and say you correct. Look, you dress, you know the nuts that you bring empty so. You bring it empty. If they pull you come on and so carry on in Ghana, you able to compete with your peers in Ghana? You can't compete with your peers in Ghana. You can't. Okay, Mr. Accountant, Madam whatever. Oh yeah, come on, carry go Ghana. Go make you come to get the same thing in Ghana. Una sit down, una engage on yourself. That's what a disgrace. That's what a disgrace. You can't compete with them. Because you know how you work and forget what you get. You know. Let me change your ways. Very important. This is not real talk. And real talk, that's what they do. When they call the team them by their name, they say bitter medicine, then they make the sickness well. That penda way you get, if you need bio, I may not be well. I remember I be small, fast for play ball. Left for play ball. They send me and they go play ball. I go play me a foot. I say I kick, boom! The big toe on my right foot, becoming a right foot. Now I get cactus. Yeah. That cactus, I don't ever forget me. My mother carried for one that cactus. I cried, say, and they watch myself. You know what I do? If you buy a cactus, it don't penda, and penda the smell. Me, I you around this country, penda, they say penda, it smell. It boil water, soak the pieces, cut the food so, bam, put her there, open the capsule, put her, and they cried, say. I tell you what, that method, Make it the cacto well. Cacto well. So here I talk na cacto medication we dey give. You don't go like for your area, you don't talk for that you enjoy her. Whether you are for your area or not, it's your choice. But this, if we not take the bull by the horn, we can't take it the alaki. Too much nonsense. If we stop, to stop. Watch your motive. You know for 6 scouts. The person qualify, you get a degree. Just because that woman, you for sleep with her before you get the job. Shame on you. Shame on you. And some of them make the Allah hands up our girls. And when they put hands on the girls, shame on all. Motive. You say Allah, hands up for our girls. We come camera, hands up for our girls, hands up for our girls. When you go bend the camera, then you go put your hands on the girls. Why did what you do? You fight corruption, but you pick that way, that's the way you fight. Then they will not get trained and they go fight. Then they will not get trained and they go fight. The meanwhile, then when they do, then they write all that you know, they make like you didn't see there. God they watch. Why you do what you do? Now that they serve, and the country or you serve a political party, or you got your personal agenda. You say people don't they see, people they see you, people not stupid. But I tell you something here, you see, let me learn power. Because what can they always ask me, say, people who can take power in this country, they don't ever learn. When you left power, you become an ordinary citizen. What becomes of you? No integrity, no nothing. Bruh, on not take time. We have to be very careful. And what I say power, I'm not going to talk about politicians. So if you were in an office, you're in a director, you're in a manager, they make you manager, they make you that supervisor, you just choosing out before they tread on anybody. All the ladies there, you have to knock them all because you're a manager. You have to the promise they say they give them promotion. You want to sleep with them all. Bruh, Safuno. Just how table the tongue. So because some of these ladies, these women are so vulnerable that they get for take care of their family, get mama, get papa when in the hospital, and they give themselves to you. You they foolish them, they take advantage of them. God will punish you. That's why I say God will punish you. What's not your motive? But all these people, how many you might don't sleep with you? You never get trophy. They don't give medal, you don't win gold medal. You destroy people their life there. You destroy people their life there. They give medal for that thing though. Why they do what you do? As I ask myself, when actually that's what they talk. Why make at the talk? Waiting at the talk. Waiting at the talk. The entire team at the broadcast. Why would they do what they do? What do they pay with? I'm not trying to work what they do. What they find popularity? This kind of people they talk. What they become popular by the kind of castle. If we tell management say in 18 inside September, no talk all kind of rubbish. Oh, you go see comments now. So you go see comments now. Just one nice baby cat near me, begin to make all kind of funny. Oh, boom, page, the page they blow. Because we're not serious about foolishness now with the exalt. Foolishness now with the guy with the grip. What the also there? But I tell you what, you always get some people, a remnant few, where they determine, say, no, this must change. And I want you when they watch, you when they listen, but be part of that remnant day. And I tell you, that remnant day, it will take some time, but with the win. Life, not process. Not process. Let me not tire. In your small corner, shine your lights. In your large gathering, shine your lights. Auntie, that man will fast as a pass a flash you before you give promotion. Let it sack you. Believe in me, keep your integrity. God will provide. I'm sometimes, I know things can be difficult. Then they kind of tighter situation and then now you get more than when they depend on their school dollar. School they can't open out September. I get for big college fee for this other brother. This other one don't go for go. They get for can't sit to ask. They don't get for can't go sit back. I understand. But again, if you believe in God, where we most suffering in this country, they believe so we believe in God. My brother and sister, that God you believe in, put that to test, they provide for you. Not allowing a man for those foolish shit like that. So man get no law. when they put on by you, and the other thing that they put inside you back. No. No. If you choose to be morally upright, you choose to do it right in the difficult times, they make you tough. That's how you succeed. Don't ever take shortcuts. Out of experience, I don't let's say the shortcuts can be the longest cuts. Some shortcuts that they when you take they go the long past the young world. Be diligent, governance, self-governance, govern yourself, put yourself together, be disciplined. We'll get to anything, but now we're talking about the motive. I should they wake every morning when you go walk. You self, sister. No go walk, you catch your bobby, you catch your waist for go seduce your boss. But you said you get problem, no. You said that problem. The way I you dress, why make you dress this way for go walk? You said know that one. Why make you dress that way? What's the motive? You don't catch this like don't catch you are so you push out so you push on do. What's the motive? You said you're not decent, you not get decent sick inside you. You said for be decent. Serious money. Let woman the way decent. Believe me, when you decent, man they care foolishness go to you. Trust me. When you decent, man they care foolishness go to you. When they run behind you because they tell them say, come get me, come, I'm available, come. By the way how you dress. Now true, the way how you dress, that's when they address you. Then come my minute can say, the way how you dress, and then would you post for what now, job. So you sister. When you go walk, dress like a responsible woman. Don't follow the trend. But if you go wear short skirts, where you show now, all your leg in the show, then you go there, you catch you leg front is you manager or your director. What do you think they do? You invite her, he will come get you. You say you know what you want, and make you dress the right dress. You say what's not your motive. Check yourself your motive. It's not all round. It's not all round. If I can also and they check the motive. Whatever step would they take, as they plan other things to get for coming to place, when they discuss about as a team, what to want for achieve. If the popularity, we know that they want to do so, they do it. Things that they make you popular easy in this country, we sabi them. But this is about changing hearts and minds. The destiny of this nation, and if we come back on track, that's why we're doing what we're doing. Hello. If you just joined, you may watch Real Talk when they come to you. Lyrikal Peace Foundation. We join now with initiative. Same way so Sonne Multimedia, technology and the power of making it you. Me will be able to talk to you on this fine podcast, Lyrikal Peace podcast. My name is Jonathan Thorpe. As we round up, many thanks to the team all over, the background. Technicians, everybody we put hand together to make this they come to week today and every week. You know, they continue for bursary, they continue for giving the courage and the strength to do it all they do, for giving wisdom for put hand together for reaching people there. Forward ever, backward never. To meet again next week for another Real Talk on this firm frequency Lyrikal Peace broadcast. My name is Jonathan Thorpe. Till then, I say bye-bye. God bless you. Share the page. Send your comments. As you say, one for bring yourself come into this conversation. If you get interest in joining us at any time, probably next week, just send me a message during the week. We'll show you the topic we want to talk about. Then we will bring you come because one for bring you come into the conversation. Let me all that because you said there's something for say. Until then, bye-bye. God bless you. Ta-ta.
Oh yeah. The breeze but the mind, treasure find the beats. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Oh, one time stand not say. Bamboo chick not the rock but take it bang. Oh, take it beat and talk it jump. We all the family, make we follow the plan of peace, love, and harmony.
All we need now for living unity. Forgive and forget, let we not go regret. You think they wake it happy anytime we fret. Boss like a bando begin. Always do your best, not for hot you can be. Ring, are you ready for the ring? Pick your call, let we talk, real talk.
Oh yeah,
Hello.
I can't think out, make we talk, real talk.
oh na na na.
Make you think out, let we talk, some real talk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you think come, yeah, for real talk.
Oh yeah.
Vanity of vanity, all not vanity, but that's gonna go stop pulling down and keep plenty. The other one, properly body, waiting catch the other one from the talk. Now it's a be, if you not like your reality, change your mentality. No forcing and fighting security. All you never tight, or keep up out of sight. In your darkest night, now ain't gonna be your light. Real talk.
Oh yeah,
Hello.
I can't think out, make you talk, real talk.
oh na na na.
Make you think out, let me talk, some real talk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you think come, yeah, for real talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.